So Jenny, in short, if you really want to drop trig, just go ahead and drop it. We invented calculators way back when Shakespeare was around. We don't need to know our tables. Okay, everyone, welcome to the Camena High School Radio Advice Line. With some arbitrarily chosen musical tracks, approved by Principal Haddish. Our advice line is now open, so bring on those questions. I'll happily steer you through these confusing times we call our lives. Go to Channel 8 on your radios or walkie-talkies and chat with me, please. That's Channel 8. Okay, let's hear local dumbasses with Mouse in the House.
I think you've got some troubles. We're deep down inside. I think you've got some troubles. They are way leaving behind. Maybe in the basement. Or even the first floor. Or the kitchen. I don't even know no more. I think there might be. I think you got a mouse in the house. I think you got. I think there might be. I think you got a mouse. A mouse? I think you got some troubles. You don't even know. I think you got some troubles. You got nowhere to go. Maybe the attic. Or maybe the basement. I think you got. I think you got. I think you got a mouse in your house. A mouse in your house. I think you got some troubles. For sure, where they are. Top floor or bottom floor. Or maybe, I don't know. I think you got a mouse. 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 Yeah, it's in your house. I think you got a mouse in your house.
Radio station with your fearless host, Maria Lopez. I'm pulling the overnighter tonight because Kyle, my partner in crime, got sick. Or at always claims he got sick. I know he also just finished rebuilding his Akai 81 8-track and is probably just recording different talks around town. Anyways, I'll be your guiding light tonight, my lovely little moths. So, let's kick the next hour off with another song, right? Here's something, I don't know. Anyone listening? Okay, once again, I had no prior knowledge what our last guest was going to do. I'm really just trying to fill the time slot here, and we can't play every song I like because of certain restrictions. So, if Principal Haddish is listening, I did not ask him to do that. I just asked him to tell a joke. His cousin's a stand-up at least, or, he at least performs at open mics. I know that. And he said he had a really good joke that went on for a while. Now, I don't know what kind of joke he thought that was. The opening was kind of going somewhere. I think we all can say that. We were all intrigued at the beginning. Bottom line, he'll never be on again. So, please stop calling to complain. Alright. Now, I have to clean up the mess he left. Give me 10 minutes. I'll be back. Oh, and you're listening to the Camena High School radio station with your host, Maria Lopez. Radio with your wonderfully gracious host, Maria. If you're just joining us, the topic for the next 30 minutes is, and continues to be, my birthday. Not birthdays, not your birthday, mine. It was just last week. And you know who didn't show up? Motherfucking Chris Robin. Where the fuck were you, Chris? Tennis season's over. Practice ain't happening. Just joking. The real topic of this segment is the new fucking awesome bleeper we got for the studio. Mr. Wright was a little apprehensive, thinking the very existence of it would encourage more verbal mistakes. But I disagree. I think it's a great fucking addition to our radio program. But it's a question for us, Do life preservers make people act more recklessly, knowing they have a bit of a safety net? Do guns kill people, or do sensor buttons only prevent happy accidents? Important questions for another time. Lopez, your host for the next couple of hours. This is the Camena High School radio station, and why the hell not? Am I right? So, if you're... It's brought to you by 6 and 7 Filters. Smoke 6 and 7 and you'll see there's nothing like it. From the deep expanse of mysterious origin, these are stories from the future. Science fiction tales to thrill your heart, stimulate your mind, and chill your very bones. Tonight's story is called No Way Out, starring Jim Baker and Philip. I hope your ringer's on.
Hello?
Maria? It's Charlie. No, Charlie, it's Maria. I'm Maria.
Maria, hey.
Yeah, hey. Look, do you want to go out with me?
Oh, man, really?
Yeah, really, dude, come on. We can go to a movie or dinner or something.
I think that's really nice of you to ask me, Maria, but I'm kind of interested in somebody. Wait, is this going out? Are we on the radio right now?
Sort of?
Sort of. It's a binary question.
Then yes, we are on the radio. Charlie? Yep, we lost him. Okay, thanks for listening, Riley. Don't quit your day job, whatever that is. I just hope it's not a love life coach. This advice line is closed, pending reconsideration of entire life up until this point. Charlie, I hope your ringer's on.
Hello?
Maria? It's Charlie. No, Charlie, it's Maria. I'm Maria.
Maria, hey.
Yeah, hey. Charlie, look, I asked you to study with me for a geography test in 7th grade, remember? And I just want you to know, I purposefully tanked my grades just to talk to you. I'm actually much smarter than that.
Wait, really? Why'd you do that?
Why'd I do that? Because
Wait, is this going out? Are we on the radio right now?
Sort of?
Sort of. It's a binary question.
Then yes, we are on the radio. Charlie? Yep, we lost him. Okay, thanks for listening, Riley. Don't quit your day job, whatever that is. I just hope it's not a love life coach. This advice line is closed, pending reconsideration of entire life up until this point. Charlie, I hope your ringer's on.
Hello?
Maria? It's Charlie. No, Charlie, it's Maria. I'm Maria.
Maria, hey.
Yeah, hey. Charlie, look, you know that poem in 3rd grade I had to stand up and read for Poetry Week? That wasn't about you. I just want you to be aware of that fact.
Okay.
And I, in fact, am doing just perfectly.
Wait, am I? Is this going out? Are we on the radio right now?
Sort of?
Sort of. It's a binary question.
Then yes, we are on the radio. Charlie? Yep, we lost him. Okay, thanks for listening, Riley. Don't quit your day job, whatever that is. I just hope it's not a love life coach. This advice line is closed, pending reconsideration of entire life up until this point. Bedwetters, which I don't know if we're going to be allowed to play that anymore. Sorry, Ren. Once again, here's a very special shout out tonight for, and boy, I really hope you're listening, to Riley Poverly. Riley Poverly, are you out there? Hope so. Cause, Charlie and Violet of Camena High say, bye, bitch. Sorry, not sorry for almost erasing you from existence. On your way out of town, go to the pancake mill and Charlie's sister will give you a free OJ. He's talking about Cynthia. She's very sweet. Let's keep it going with the tunes. Bedwetters, which I don't know if we're going to be allowed to play that anymore. Sorry, Ren. Once again, here's a very special shout out tonight for, and boy, I really hope you're listening, to Riley Poverly. Riley Poverly, are you out there? Hope so. Cause, your good pals Violet and Charlie say, sorry for almost erasing you from existence. On your way out of town, go to the pancake mill and Charlie's sister will give you a free OJ. He's talking about Cynthia. She's very sweet. Let's keep it going with the tunes.
Come out, whenever you are. There is only that which we can see, and that which we cannot see. Yet, life is an ocean of light and dark. Light guides us through the day. Dark watches over us as we sleep. Light and dark, the seen and the unseen. For disciples of Parentage, the question is asked, will you be seen? Will you be light? Will you be like me? Luna does not shine. She is shined upon. She swims through lightless water, stopping only when spotted at sea. But who is she as she sails past the stars, in darkness, in the unseen? Who is anyone? Would you be disciple of Parentage? In the life without light, every action obscured, every sin hidden. Is such a life right? Or does it feel to you the way it does? life. For the neutral clinging to the rose's petals, light is death. Light takes the drop to pieces. Slow death, unrelenting death, indifferent death. Disciples, fear the light. Planet shine. When I was young, I'd close my eyes, doors would open. This world, the planet shine. Paradise. Sunlight and shining marble pillars and endless fields of bounty. A childhood of eyes closed, yet also open. Open in a different way, a better way. Open to a place that this world, with its limited light, could never show me. But Planet Shine is no simple destination. No more than love is just a simple feeling. No more than death is just a simple end. Classification is limitation. Planet Shine, like you, disciple of Parentage, is a multitude. Seen and unseen. Dream and earth. Love and death. There is only that which we see and that which we dream. The two exist in curious symbiosis. We cannot dream that which we have never seen, and we are propelled to see more by what we dream. Such esoteric interplay. Which are you, disciple? One who sees, one who dreams. In Parentage, there is a place for you. For the souls that glow, there is a place. For those who find strength in shadow, there is a place. For those, like Luna, lost at sea, there is a place. Dream, and you will see it. Blood from the sky makes the planet shine. Blood on the dirt makes the planet shine. Blood in the ground makes the planet shine. Come out, whenever you are.
91.4 The Potluck. This is Let's Eat, Damnit, Camena's number one and number only late night cooking show. I'm Kat, and this evening we're focusing on family recipes. If I didn't use one of my moms, she'd rise from her grave and drop her headstone on my skull, so this one's for you, Mom. Every human on Earth has their own version of arroz con pollo. She is no different, but neither am I. So this is my version of my mom's version of her dad's version of his sister's version of so on and so on. Arroz con pollo. Get a pen, folks, for your ingredients. Most of these are available at your local supermarkets, but a few are more specialized. I'll save those for last. 1 2 large peppers. I tend to go with green and red, but mix them up. See what your palate prefers. 1 large onion. I favor yellow. 1 head of garlic. Let's call it 8 cloves, peeled and crushed. 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. 1 32-ounce container of chicken broth. 1 bay leaf, though sometimes I'll toss in 2. I know. 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, or more if you like more. 2 teaspoons of cumin. I'd cap it there, though. It's pretty potent. 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, or more if that's your thing. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. Be careful there, too. You don't want it to overpower. Half a cup of frozen baby beans. 1.5 cups of white cooking wine. A splash of white vinegar. A splash of lime juice. Here's where we're going to get tricky. But controversial. But, before we do that, I'm told we need to go to break because of... Yeah, Nora, I can't just tell them... Okay, fine. I'm told there is some, and these words of pure poetry are not my own, but here you go. Weird crap in the sky, and it might be disrupting broadcasts, so... Back soon? Hopefully. Pray for clear skies. 91.4, The Potluck. 91.4 The Potluck. This is Let's Eat, Damnit. It's raining outside, which is perfect cooking weather, so let's get back to our recipe from that Cuban classic, arroz con pollo. We're about to get to the tricky parts of the recipe. Courage, children. Courage. So arroz requires a certain type of rice that can be harder to find than your standard grain. It's called parboiled rice. It's about 50-50 for me finding it in the supermarket, but you can usually find it online. No other rice will do. It's either parboiled or go order takeout. Tricky part 2. If you look at a bowl of arroz, or a similar dish, paella, you'll notice that the rice is yellow. Now, purists will tell you that this color comes from adding saffron, which will get the job done. But given the fact that I'm hosting a late-night cooking show for a small Pac-No-Wee seaside village, my bank account barely has a single comma. And saffron is literally the most expensive spice in the world. So what you should look for instead is ground annatto. There are a few brand name versions of it, but you'll have to do your own research for that. Ground annatto is considerably cheaper, easy enough to find, thanks again, internet, and in my opinion, is indistinguishable from using actual saffron. Come at me, Big Saff. I'm not afraid. Anyway, my mom's recipe calls for 3.5 cups of parboiled rice, but I use 2.5 as I like my arroz just a bit soupier. Again, YMMB. Maybe try 3.5 your first time and then experiment after. Or live your best life, no judgment. As for the ground annatto, all you'll need is half a teaspoon. And be careful, it's a proper clothes stainer. Okay, and now for controversy. Let's talk about the P in ACP. Chicken. So long as arroz con pollo is cooked, world peace will never happen, because it is a dish at war. There are people who believe, and I'm talking fundamentalist levels, that arroz con pollo can only be made with bone-in, skin-on thighs and drumsticks. There are others who believe it must be bone-in, skin-off thighs and drumsticks. This is a war that goes back generations. It's encoded in our DNA. It has ended friendships, prevented marriages, everything just shy of bloodshed. And it will never get better. And I'm here to make it worse. But much worse? Well, you have to wait in here because, wow, is it coming down out there? We're gonna try and soundproof the booth a bit more. Nora, have you ever had rain pierce through that much? Yeah, me neither. Must be cats and dogs and logs and frogs out there. We're gonna find some, I don't know, thick towels? Necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity, desperation, pick a card, any card. Back soon, and hopefully with the water only ankle deep. 91.4, the Potluck. 91.4, the Potluck. You're listening to Let's Eat, damn it. Told the phones are down, the weather is worse, and I swear to God I saw my dead uncle out at the vending machine. But we have hungry listeners. So, like fake nails, press on. When last we spoke, I mentioned the multi-generational, ongoing civil war that is what chicken is best used in arroz con pollo. There are those who bleed bone-in, skin-on thighs and drumsticks, and those who die 100 times before using anything other than bone-in, skin-off thighs and drumsticks. I've done both versions of the dish, multiple times, and I'm here to tell you that the superior way is to only use boneless, skinless chicken thighs and no drumsticks, not one. Hear that? That's every single one of my ancestors collectively cursing me out and then disowning me. And then cursing me out again. But I stand by it. Bones are a hassle. And who likes seeing a pile of carcass parts during dinner? Skin doesn't add much flavor, not for how the chicken is used in this dish. So you're just adding bland, chewy fat. Yum, yum. Thighs are the finest part of the bird in any configuration. They work beautifully thighs. And yes, I know. Your great-grandmother's dying words were bone-in, skin-off thighs and drumsticks. I know. But the beauty of this dish, of any dish, of life, is that there isn't just one way to dance. So, for this recipe, the spirits forgive me, I say use 8 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Maybe bump it up to 10, maybe more if you're feeling carnivorous. So there are your ingredients. Actually, forgot one. I always cook with a fresh cup of coffee nearby, and I always tell people how to cook with a fresh cup of coffee nearby. And since I'm now seeing the bottom of this chipped mug, I do believe it's time for a break. Whoa, and it sounds like the universe agrees. Let's see if the pot finished brewing. We'll be right back with how the metaphorical sausage is made. Stay tuned for instructions. 91.4, the Potluck. 91.4, the Potluck. This is Let's Eat, damn it. So, if you were listening earlier, we went over the ingredients for the staple dish of Cuban cuisine, arroz con pollo. Time for instructions. Do what's always our first step with any dish. Slap on some slippers. Never cook barefoot. Moving along. I do a dry brine on my chicken thighs, not needed, but nice. Try to give them a few hours. Then it's time to cook. Get your favorite large frying pan and dress her up in olive oil. Season the chicken lightly with salt, pepper, and a little cumin. If you want to toss some cayenne on there too, I won't tell you. Cook your chicken on medium-high until your thighs are brown. Usually 5 or so minutes per side gets the job done. Just keep an eye on them. And if you're anything like me and detest the feeling of a greasy surface, for the love of tactile harmony, buy yourself a splatter screen. They're cheap, easily found on the internet or domestically, and work wonders. If you have one, I put it on top of the pan while the chicken cooks. You'll thank me later. And if you don't, you're lying to yourself at your kitchen counter. Shame on you. Thighs brown? Great, proud of you. Remove the chicken, add a splash more olive oil, and saute your onions and peppers. When When the onion is looking translucent, or close to it, add in your mashed garlic, cooking another 2 or 3 minutes, stirring frequently. Now here is where two roads diverge. If you want to experiment with flavor, add those thighs back in and stir the whole lot together for another couple minutes. I'm still in the prototype phase of that step, so don't consider it signed and sealed, just something to consider. Otherwise, turn off the heat, get ready to go swimming. And speaking of swimming, I'm told that we are currently under a flash flood warning. Even though, we are nowhere near a main body of water, it isn't raining, and, yeah, okay, Nora, I'm coming. We're having to go dark to make sure we don't all simultaneously drown and get electrocuted. So with any luck, we'll be back soon. And with no luck, well, guess we'll go hungry. Yeah, coming, Nora. 91.4, Potluck. 91.4, the Potluck. We didn't die! And to celebrate, we're back with Let's Eat, damn it. Tonight we've been making arroz con pollo, and when we parted Soundwaves, we had just finished cooking our chicken and veggies. Ahead of time, in a large pot, combine the chicken broth, white cooking wine, tomato sauce, splashes of white vinegar and lime juice, and all those seasonings. Done? Good. Now add your cooked chicken and vegetables to the bowl and set phasers to boil. Once it's all at a rolling boil, reduce heat to low, cover the pot up, and let it cook for 15 minutes. Again, on low. 15 minutes. After that, arriving fashionably late to the pecan party. Add the rice, bring it all to a boil again, and reduce heat to medium-low, favoring low. After the rice has absorbed some of the liquid, usually takes about 2 minutes, bring the heat down to a proper low and cover it up again. Remember, on low. And now, dear listeners, appetizing amigos, food friends, we wait. But for how long? Well, as they say, you can't hurry love. Generally, you should simmer on low for about 30 to 40 minutes, or until the rice is fully cooked. But that depends on a lot. The pot you're using, whether your stove is gas or electric. The altitude, that's a thing, right? Basically, keep your one good eye on the thing and use your best judgment. Some folks say let it simmer until it doesn't look soupy, but some folks like it soupy and would say the exact opposite, so really listen to your heart, or your tongue. So long as the rice is cooked, sky's the limit. When you think you're getting close, add the frozen peas during the last 5 minutes of cooking only. Too early, and they'll become mush. Too late, it'll be crunchy little green rocks disrupting your otherwise flawless food stuff. And that's dinner, folks. No shame in having a bottle of hot sauce on the side to give the dish a kick in the pants. Ditto a wedge of lime. I even know some weirdos who will put a dash of sweet soy sauce on their spoonful. I don't yuck their yum, even if I question it. Or just enjoy it as is. There's a reason it's the unofficial official dish of the island nation. I'm told, thank you, Nora, got it, that we actually may not be broadcasting right now. Something about, our radio tower is glowing blue. Now, I'm no electrical engineer, but, pretty sure that ain't supposed to happen. Doubly sure that can't happen. So, I'll wrap it up. If you're anything like me, arroz con pollo is a dish that reminds you of the person who taught you how to make it. For me, it's my mom. Vibrant, colorful, full of spice, the cause of many arguments. Ma on a bowl, no doubt about it. And any dish that lets you travel through time like that is one worth dirtying your dishes. So, cook away, kids, and then, let's eat, damn it.
Debate around the family farm. In other news, a landslide caused by the rainstorm has collapsed several hillsides around Berenson Creek. A local park ranger, Samantha Shelley, said she survived only because she refused to venture outdoors after the storm hit a point of no return.
Something told me to just stay put.
Authorities will spend the weekend cleaning up the area, making them once again safe for visitors. Now I pass it to Diana for the... In other news, a landslide caused by the rainstorm has tragically killed a local park ranger, Samantha Shelley. Shelley was a 12-year veteran of the Park Service and is survived by her parents. Authorities will spend the weekend cleaning up the area, making them once again safe for visitors. Now I pass it to Diana for the...
93.7, the cheap seats. This is David Ratley. Bottom of the now 10 for the Camena crayfish. It's still all tied up. I'm sure the visiting Walla Walla anteaters are wondering why they spend the gas money, but hey, I don't write the season schedule. Looking locally, it's been a tough season for the Mudbucks. They called it a rebuilding year, but looking at the crayfish win-loss record, I wonder what's on those blueprints. And so the journey of 1,000 miles continues with no runs, 2 outs, and ball 3 to Cass Wolf. And that's the manager on the mound talking to Applegate. Pitching changeup, I'd bet my wristwatch on it. Taking a look up, down, and around, incoming clouds are making for outgoing attendance. At this point, I think the players outnumber the Patriots. And so if you're out there still listening, I'm out here still talking. Well, I see drops on the dirt. You know what that means, fish fans. Either a rain delay of game or some proper mud ball. Place your bets. Keeping up. It's like my rollouts were being clients. They're frustrated looking after me. Now, we'll see who's up next in the rotation. This is David Ratley. You're listening to 93.7 The Chiefs. Top of the 11, Mudbugs and the Anteaters weren't able to get a runoff. We're still at an even 0-0. Sources, also my eyeballs, are telling me that this game is most likely headed towards a rain delay as puddles grow. Ripples from raindrops never lie. But nothing official yet. Max Prince taking the mound as... Oh, we got lightning, sports fans, and not in the distance. Honestly, that crack of lightning's the most action we've seen all night here. Okay, that's another. The umpire is calling a timeout as we... Wait, how is that? This is 93.7, the Chief seats, and wait! Yes, I have it right here, just, No, sir, I haven't. Ratley. R-A-T-L-E-Y. Yes, sir. Well, a Chardonnay with dinner, hardly... Well, I don't know what you're smelling, but it isn't me. Hang on. It's okay, sweetheart. We're just go back to sleep. Yes, sir. She it's her birthday, and she might have overdone it. The big 4-0, so... Yeah, maybe overdid it a lot. That's probably what you're smelling. I just had the Chardonnay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll wait. You listen to Sports Talk? The Chief seats? No, I guess it's not for everyone. It can be a slow game. Real slow game. You want to make some serious do-re-mi? You guys should wait outside the next Mudbug game and just listen for engines starting. I'll guarantee you 50% of them are trashed. Actually, the way this season's going, 90%. Yeah, you're right. It's not funny. Thank you. No, I absolutely understand. No bad blood. Yeah. Yes, sir. Just up the road. 3 rights and all that. Yes, sir. I'll keep it between the mustard and the mayo. Thank you, sir. You have a good night, too. I'll tell her you wished her many happy returns. Maybe in the morning with some black coffee and a trash can nearby. Good night. Go back to sleep. I think I hit a deer or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, okay? Just, we're almost home. Go back to sleep. It's pissing rain out there and freezing. You go check. Oh my God, I'm kidding. Just sit down. Fine, I'll check. Okay, it was a dog. I know. It looked pretty mangy, very big. But thin. I don't think it had known him. Probably did it a favor, truth be told. I kicked it down the ravine. Because nobody wants to see that, okay? It didn't have a collar or anything. It's not gonna be missed. all of us a favor. I just... Yeah, poor dog. No, I'm not mad at you. Yeah, we got pulled over. No, it's okay. It's okay. Just close your eyes. I don't want you to bark. There you go. Bottom of the 10. Again? 0 to 0. Yeah, 0 to 0. It was supposed to be a rebuilding season for the Mudbugs, but hey, Mike, are we on the air right now? I'm getting the weirdest feeling of rain and wind, drops on the dirt, Chardonnay. Oh, okay. You're listening to 93.7, The Ravine. Hey, you okay? Jesus, freezing. Hey. Hey! Are you okay? Oh, Jesus. Damn it. Damn it! Okay, take it. Oh, damn it! Okay. Deep breath in, then out. Good, David. Now another. Okay. Okay. This leads out to the river, I think. There should... It's just brambles. Nobody goes down there. Okay. Damn it. Damn it! Come on, David. Keep it... Come on. Deep breath in. Push. Deep breath out. Okay. Story. It was a dog. What was it? A dog. One more time. A dog. How big was it? Pretty big. I don't know. It was raining. You're sure it was dead? Come on, Dave. Are you sure Are you sure it was dead? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. I'm sure. Top of the 11th, still nothing to nothing. Max Prince on the mound for the Anteaters, Grant up for the Crayfish. Grant having a dynamite season on the Mudbugs, even if the team can't say the same. I'm thinking they're hoping he can make magic happen so everyone can go home. Let's see if he's got any tricks up his sleeve. High to the right, ball 1. Prince might be struggling to see straight through the rain. I imagine Grant is the handicap. Ball 2. Prince is looking angry. Let's see if it helps. Holy socks, folks. Strike 1. And that one clocked at 102. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got an angry man on the mound. Grant not quite agreeing with the umpire's call on that one, but clear as a barbell up here. Solid strike. Here's the pitch. Strike 2, Grant. Wow, loudly disagreeing with the ump. You better be careful, or... And that's an ejected batter. Not good news for the Mudbugs. They needed a hitter. Games have been won with a walked-in run, so it was a dog. It was a big dog. I don't know. It was raining. What's that? Mike, I can't. Come on, we're on. It was a dog, Mike. Okay? Go back to sleep. Straight up the middle, zipping past second, and it's lost in center field. Grant is charging. The Anteaters can't find the ball. Safe at home. Somebody wake up the guy who runs the scoreboard. He's got a one to find. Down the ravine we go, hitting every bramble along the way. Drops on the dirt. Drip. Oh. It was, I pushed them. I pushed them down and watched them stop. Get back up! You didn't get back up! No! They're all... It was raining. It was raining so hard. It was raining. Bottom of the 12th. 1-1. If I was a betting man, I'd say nothing. I'm not a betting man. I'm a dead man. Dead man at the bottom of a hill. Raindrops falling on open eyes. Drip. Drop. And that's the ball game, fish fans. Mudbugs won, Anteaters 2. And not a minute too soon, as the storm is... It's... Damn it. You're listening to 93.7, The Cheap Seats. Your home for every comedic crayfish movie. Every. I'm sorry. I need to. Deep breath in. My name is David Ratley, and on my wife's 40th birthday, I watched him roll all the way down until it was dark, but I knew his eyes were... It was raining. There was blood on my hands. I watched it drip into the dirt until the rain washed it off. And so if you're out there still listening, I'm out here still talking. But I shouldn't be. Deep breath out.
Friends, and welcome to Boss Movement. This is Morgan Kuhli. Just hanging out. Thinking about music. We're out here on the coast with the damn this path for a very long time, and he's relatively new to it, so I hope the advice I've given can help you on your musical journey. I know you've done wonderful things. So let's listen to something else. We've been on Earth now. Let's journey somewhere else. Maybe further out, space. Oh, and I love the stars, so let's go out there for a moment, shall we? Just come on. I'm your guide. Hands. Traveling once or twice around the sun. Namaste.
To this evening's Theater of the Air dramatic reading. These half-hour performances of one-act plays are sponsored by Headley Textiles. When you need fabric, make sure it's Headley. Tonight's performance is from a local Camena playwright and is called A History of Almond Trees. It begins. Roman and Janice are sitting on a bench. Janice taps Roman on the shoulder.
What?
What are you in for?
What was that?
I asked, what are you in for?
Immortality.
That's the sentence. What's the crime?
What do you mean?
How did you get here?
Well, when a mother and a father love each other very much.
Okay, I understand. If you don't want to talk, then you don't want to talk. I'm pretty excited, though. This is my first time. I think. It's difficult to remember. I mean, things that I thought were important seem impartial, impractical, inconsequential. And much about are now of vital importance. Yeah, I'm on the road. I'm a little tired, so I'm just resting my feet, but I'm on the road.
Window pane poet.
Yeah. I still have to decide what I want to be.
Is that how it works?
So I've heard. I'm thinking about an almond tree or a raccoon. Perhaps an almond tree if I'm remembered, and a raccoon if I'm not.
What did you do?
Agriculture?
You'll be remembered.
Perhaps. History is restless of aggressive men. I have my own order of events. You're not concerned with posterity? No, I suppose you wouldn't be. To live in the memories of those who won't recognize you when you've changed. I exist more fully here than I will there, in time. Better here than in the ground. Though, I suppose such asceticism would carry its own rewards. Strength through resolution and all of that.
Were you a believer before?
Off and on.
Off and on, like some blinking light. Was that simple for you?
Well, it's never simple. How's it going with the whole thing?
I could complain, but who'd listen?
I could put in a word.
No, I'm away from all that. It's difficult to separate the sickness from the death, and it's harder to distinguish between the followers and the followed. I went to a funeral once, all black pyramids and golden eagles. No, I don't care for their attention. My sins are my own, and I atone for them in my own way.
You've been to a funeral?
Yes.
Whose?
Doesn't matter. Do you remember yours?
A novel economy. I didn't stay for it. Too much of a bore. I remember my drifting, though, gently, feeling a companion with my own hands, my own feet. It doesn't have the pulling sensation I would have suspected. It's much more insular, like the world is caving in. I could hear clouds scrape together and the continents drift. I could hear things change, and my doubts and my fears melted away like iron. And it was because I was big, and it was small, and we both met at the center. Or at least bigger and smaller than we were before.
I can remember my birth and the seconds afterwards, creating worlds. Pink and the red, expansion. And I remember my mother telling me that I would live forever. She said I was blessed. It was a cruel warning. And so, yesterday morning I had estates in Africa. Yesterday night I sought counsel from the Senate. Today's morning brought famine, disease, but I saw none of it. I don't know what tonight will bring, but the prospect isn't what it used to be. If I know that in a week I'll be walking Pangea again, it hardly matters what happens in the intervening days. The moments change and fold themselves into decent clothes and get tucked away in a drawer somewhere or a cabinet. But my life doesn't have that. Things build on one another, things depend on one another, but my life is just shapeless. I mean, when you read about people in books, they have a purpose that you can draw on, that you can pick up and touch with your hands. My life is much less defined, and it's so commonplace. I mean, I was destined for great things, but it's so commonplace, well, it's barely worth noting. I told my slaves to build barns, and they built castles. That's a definable life.
Actions will inevitably bring contour.
The ratio's all off. It's swallowed up by the geography of my days. The valleys far outweigh the hills. And the mountains get spread farther and farther apart until they're indiscernible from the hills, and the hills from the trough. I don't sleep, but I dream. I don't I don't breathe or eat, but I did have plans once. Scenarios, schemes for society.
You should be less concerned with the math of it, I think.
But that's all I have. My architecture remains unaltered, and things are no longer wholly new to me. The dangerous experiences of youth, it turns out, weren't so dangerous. And the retirement plan will never come. I think if man's creations could withstand the destructive force of time, I would still carry certain aspirations. But the truth of the matter is that I would still rather eat goose than be accused of a harsh dogma. And I would rather live a life of quiet seclusion than see my conceptions washed away.
I considered myself a man of humility, but as they say, I didn't really know what humility was until I died. Such an absolute surpasses those superficial webs of social graces. And what are you left with? The people you met, the actions you took, the maze and muddle of experiences that will never be ruined by time. Not if energy's transferable anyway. And it is.
And how do you now cope with inanition?
What do you mean? I'm going to be an almond tree.
You've decided then?
Yes, I think. A raccoon would be fun, but I don't know. I'm on the road. I'm on the path. I'm in the shadow of Fortuna. Balance, not for me, no. Such vanity would surely be punished, but balance for you. And your hills, for the atoms, and for everything, really. For everything. I kept a frog in a cage. He came back as a busboy and stabbed me in the leg. He remembered, you see. Why deny the frog his balance? Or me my almond tree? Or you, your dreams?
Did you come up with that?
No, but I steal from the town tub. My patience has been satisfied. I can distinguish the profile of my death. I can see the horizon. In life, I wrote down my dreams, conferring with philosophers and physicians about their meaning. Their philosophies I found corrupt, and their foolish medicines killed me. But I cannot find the strength to carry anger. They meant well. After a while, I ceased to argue with them, and I entered death with no regrets.
I envy your peace.
Well, it's easy for me now. I get to go pick what I want to be.
Undecided again?
To make a plan it's a careless thing. Such ambition is always hollow, failing to see the forest for the trees. Nothing lasts, but everything matters. Now, I'll leave it to the gods. An almond tree if I'm remembered, a raccoon if I'm not.
Tonight's play, A History of Almond Trees, was written by playwright Olivia.